What I think is dangerous is can you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah. What I think is dangerous is allowing him, because this is what he's there to disrupt. He's there to cause drama. He's there to
Yeah,
have us not talk about anything that's fulfilling and
Right.
that's going to bring salvation into
It,
our
it,
lives.
it
He's
shows
there to
colors.
disrupt on purpose. Like this is the epitome of liars.
yeah,
He's there for that, to cause like some kind of havoc. Like he brings nothing of substance to the table.
None.
So
Correct.
this is the guise of the shaitan, dude. This is Satan's work. Like, and I'm not a Bible dude. I'm not a Christian like that. I'm just not. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. But like, you see the people for the fruits that they bring,
Well, you
and
know
that's
enough.
what he brings, man. He brings discord. He brings drama. He brings the bad stuff that's not going to help repair anything between you and her. But like, and that's a good question to ask. Like, why would she bring him onto the show? Which, I'm not trying to start anything or nothing like that. But it's like, that's dangerous. A
yeah.
person like that, he's not good. He's not a good person, yo.
Of
Well,
course not.
and no, it's like, despite us knowing that, we can't quite stop her, and because we love her, we're not
Right,
that
right,
her. She'll find out.
totally. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's true.
So,
That's
I've
up,
just
Roger.
I've got to quickly pray because I feel like I need to. Just going to do that now. Right, Lord
Yeah,
God,
man.
I just thank you for my brothers here, and I thank you for everybody around us. Thank you, Lord, that you put us in fellowships for a reason. And I thank you for what we learned from them, Lord. I just pray for Vicky, Sister Vicky, right now. I just bring her before you. And I pray that whatever she's going through, Lord, that you just help her in her situation and help her to see the truth in whatever comes her way. Lord, comfort her and be with her always, Lord. And I just pray for each and every one of my brothers here, Lord, that you be with them. You know what I mean? You prosper them, Lord God, in what you want them to do. Not in riches, Lord, but in what you want them to do. Lord, give us wisdom, strength, and knowledge. Help us all in this situation. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Man.
Hey,
Right.
Vicky, how's it going, mister?
How you doing, Roger? You good?
No, fine.
Raj, what's good, man?
Oh, well, and I'm good. I've been with the grandkids all day long, so I'm still here with them now. I would kind of got some.
Well, good.
Um,
Good, Roger.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all of this. I had no idea that this was happening either. If I would have known something about, and you can see who's coming after.
Yeah.
What the heck's going on?
It sounds like a
Oh,
song.
that's me. My bad. That's me. My bad. I'll just
You
keep it
feel
quiet.
like
My bad. Go ahead.
That's
Yeah.
funny for
I'm
Roger
just
to
putting
say
some.
that when he used to be the noisiest.
Yeah, right. Roger's
was.
the noisemaker over here. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go ahead. Ah.
So we
bells.
should we do the rest of Thingy's video? Level video.
Yeah, sure.
Should we do it?
And I still have to finish getting my coffee. Chris came in and started talking, and I wanted to say something, but okay.
Well, I did show a video about Sling and Stone about guy getting banned for live stream in Antarctica. He had his Starlink with him, and he got banned for they took it off him. So I did that, and then I was going to do a logical observation, put a piece on Joe Rogan talking to another dude who's not a flat earther, but he's talking from a flat earth perspective because everything he experiences is flat earth. So he's on the fence. And it was funny because Joe Rogan was just denying everything. Oh, yeah, okay, but what about this? What about this? What about this? What about the moon landings? What about satellites? All this stuff. And he wasn't even a flat earther, and you cooked him pretty much. And I went to show it, and it's been taken down, obviously, because it's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, the one thing they're not going to let out, and that's what I was telling.
I wish I'd downloaded it. We could have watched it in Rumble. Yeah. I usually download things, but because I'm on YouTube Premium now, I stopped downloading, didn't I? So
you can download to the Premium.
No, I know that. No, but I used to download to it's no good downloaded because even if I downloaded to the Premium, it still would have disappeared. It still would have disappeared. It wouldn't have stayed there.
You want to know something? I find it funny that all these people, these guys, even though they may not say he's a flat earther or he might not call himself that, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But you want to know what he's doing? He's delivering the truth based off of what it was he saw, what it was he experienced. But then you have people like Joe Rogan, right?
Mhm.
People like him, because they have such a big platform, they have a lot of sway. And then they have a way of making people fall for their BS and their lies. I just caution people, when you see people like that and they've been wrong before and then they just double down and they continue to be wrong, you shouldn't even listen to them anymore. Or unless you're listening to them to learn what not to do. Because this dude is never going to steer you in the right direction.
No,
Him and a lot of those people, and I give him credit for talking about the shot the way he did, right? But I mean, just look at him. You had people. He's got people out there trying to put him on game, trying to help him out, tell him, hey, look, man, you're being lied to about this. These are lies. These are lies. And for Joe Rogan, of all people, to see where he came from, right? For him
Mhm.
to have the caliber of people that he has on his show, for to sit there and then talk about the moon landing the way he does, he's
I know.
compromised, man. I
That's the
don't
thing.
think anybody should. Yeah, I don't think anybody should give him any fucking. I think if
No,
anything, they should use him as the poster boy. People like him and Jaron to show this is what
right,
being compromised looks like. This is
right,
when you claim to be fringe, but you're compromised. Joe
right.
Rogan, Jaron. That's what
Yeah.
you use them as poster boys. You don't use them as the example of good media. You use them as poster boys. As this is what
You can't,
compromise looks like. Joe
you can't
Rogan,
look.
and then you make
Yeah,
fun of them. You shame
exactly.
them. You gotta shame
Right.
them. The same way we get shamed for being flat earthers, you shame them for lying to everybody. That's it.
Right.
And then you fight, you give them that same heat. And you want to know something? That's how change happens. I'm
Right.
Hey,
sorry, go
Vlad,
And
ahead.
you,
there's
how
one
can
thing.
you
Yeah.
hold
There's
on,
one
hold on,
thing
hold on,
that
hold on. How can you trust Joe Rogan anyway, who's so bloody fickle when he says he was against the moon landings, then all of a sudden he's all for him again? You know, how can
Thank
you
you.
trust someone that sees the truth in NASA and shit like that, and then goes back to, oh yeah, no, they must have happened. Bull crap, bull
Yep.
crap.
Joe's always on the
Exactly.
bandwagon. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Now, that's one thing they're not going to let out, and it's the one thing they're going to hold on to. They're not going to put flat Earth out there like home. It's getting out regardless. But
Yeah.
they're not
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
it out there. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at all this stuff that's happened with Epstein and all the rest of this crap." Oh, you guys weren't lying about that, you know. But now, when it comes
No.
down to like the big thing, no, they're not going to.
No, I'm
No.
talking about
But the
Epstein
thing
stuff, bro.
is we have an established record. And it's like we're batting 1,000. It's like, yeah, we were right about that. But we see it's like because we recognize the flat Earth, everything else fell into place. Everything won't make sense for people because it's like the flat Earth serves as a skeleton key of sorts, right?
Right.
Because you see it, and then you see all these other things, you get a big time revelation, and it's a come to Jesus moment, and it's great. But if they don't see the basics in why the flat Earth is important, all the other stuff is going to catch them off guard. And so
Right.
all they could say is, well, you're right about that, but you're wrong about this. But you're right about that, but you're wrong about this. And they're going to keep playing that game because the flat earth scares a lot of people. The flat earth makes people feel uncomfortable. And the thing is people are so wound up with being cool and looking good in front of their friends that they never want to admit that the earth is the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because
So
there's so many implications. Like, oh, if Earth is flat, that means it was created, which means God is real, and it means me ignoring
yes,
him most of my life has real
I'm screwed.
consequences.
Exactly.
Oh,
If I
boy.
keep ignoring them, then I'm gonna have to pay. I'm gonna have to pay the piper, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not ready for that. Which you want to know something? To be honest, in all honesty, I could see why people would be afraid because even me, like I do all kinds of foul shit. Like I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna claim I'm perfect, and the reason I say I do foul stuff is because I know I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh well, I'm the best Christian around," and this and that, because that's not true.
And
It's
none
not
of us
true.
are.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I just noticed Sleeping Warrior's over on my backup channel. Sleeping Warrior, you're on the backup channel, bro. If you want to come over our side, let me just send you the link.
No, but it's like I would rather hang out with sinners who admit their faults rather than hang out with people who pretend they're too good.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
these
That's
Joe
it. That's
Rogans
it.
and those Jarens that like I don't know. Just the other day, Jaren's talking crap about Dave Weiss. Now I know Dave Weiss has his flaws, and there are things I don't necessarily that I find a little bit unpalatable with them. But at the same time, I'm looking at his body of work, and I feel he does more to help the community than most people. Right? We don't have to agree with how he does his stuff every time, but I'm like, he's showing a lot of people, and I learned a lot from him too. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't, but I see Jaron coming out there, and I'm like, Jaron, what is the truth then? And I'm like, you're going to talk all this crap about him. Then what's the truth? Okay, then give us the truth. That's
Yeah,
my
'cause-
thing. If you're going to say this, we want the truth. Then give us the truth. Yeah, go ahead. My bad, man.
He's not telling the truth about anything. I mean, look what Jaron used to do. Like he's what was it? His baby NASA. What was it called again? The bleeding NASA thing. He's NASA debunks anyway. Look, and now he believes NASA. Come on, how can you go from? How can you go from seeing the truth about NASA and all the bullshit to not to actually believe in it again? That's bull. You can't. You just can't.
No, that's what happens. And you know what? The Bible talks about it. That's what happens when you're of the world. That's what happens when you're of the world. You belong to the world, and you belong to those people. And the thing that they're going to do with you, they're going to treat you like a little whore. And after they make you their bitch and you're their slave and you're their whore, they're going to break you. I don't know how they're going to do it, but all that money they're giving you and everything else, these people like Joe Rogan, they don't understand. They're tools for Satan. And then as soon as Satan's done with you, he's going to break you. And then he's going to break everything that you love and everything that you like. He's going to destroy it right in your face, and then you die.
Right. Yeah, of course he's a show. Of course he's a show. Absolutely. Absolutely. Simple as that. Definitely. Right. Yeah, no, nice one for that, Vlad. Absolutely agree, man.
And well, I mean, because it's like, I share some sentiment about Jaron, where it's like, yeah, he did tell the truth about NASA. And then there's other underhanded ways where he does spit some truth, like where like admitting where you're wrong, where that is an aspect of being humble.
But he was doing that to deceive someone, but it is a truth.
No, yes. Right. I know the way
it's true.
He was trying to act like, oh yeah, we actually saw the 24-hour sun here in Antarctica. Like, no, they didn't.
Right. Prove that, bro.
But that was still, for me, it was still a gift in an underhanded way.
Jeremy can eat a bowl like that. That's how bad it was about Jeremy.
No, because in me, in being able to admit when I'm wrong about something, that's just fine. Because I would prefer to do that rather than act like I'm right about everything all the time. Even if I do bat 1,000.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because it creates an environment that is more honest and welcoming, forthright.
And people don't right, because as soon as you're claiming that you're right all the time, as soon as you're wrong, you lose. Like, you're gonna lose with people.
Right.
As soon as you're wrong.
Like, oh, I'm the leader or something like that. Like, no.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't have. Well, I mean, some things I'll put 100% stamp on, but things that I'm not 100% sure on, but I really think is true, I will not turn around and say 100% stamp on that. I'll always say, but I could be wrong.
Right.
We can be wrong quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
We're human people. We're flawed. We ain't God.
Yeah, and you want to know something? I'd love for them to show us where we're wrong with this flat Earth thing. Like, seriously, I'd love for them to show us and be honest with it. And really, all they have to do, they don't have to do all this stuff like these guys make these claims about the sky doing this. It's like, you don't have to do that. You have to give us this Earth curvature. So you have these guys that want to clown us, and that's cool. And if those guys want to listen to those people clowning us, that's fine too. That's your choice. That's your prerogative. But be honest and ask them for where this curvature is. Really, that's all it is. We're not concerned about what they did in Antarctica, to be honest with you. We're more concerned with, why would you make things up? Why would you get caught in so many lies? Whether they saw the 24-hour sun or not, which many of us either believe or don't believe, it doesn't matter, because we still need curvature on the ground. So for these globe Earth people, they just need to stop for a second. They can recommence and make fun of us afterwards, but they just need to ask that question. Where's that curvature curve? If as soon as they could give curvature and demonstrate it and do it again and again and again, like I ain't got no problem with them, none.
But
But they're not going to
never
do
have,
that.
and they never can, and they never will, because it's not there.
That's right. That's
So
right.
yeah,
It's that
they have
easy.
their own little huddles, but all their huddles amount to is emptiness, and that's what they have.
Yes.
They don't have
That's it.
contentment because the truth is not on their side.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
And and I caution them again. You keep lying like that, and you keep being on the side of liars. I'm not going to forget you. I will
No.
not forget you. I'm going to remember you. And my thing is, people are tired, man. People are fucking tired of the bullshit. People are tired of liars. And as soon as they catch you out there being in concert with liars, you're fucked.
That's it.
You're screwed. It's not that we don't live in 20 years ago where you could get away with shit like that. You're fucked, man. People are going to give you that business if they catch you. So fucking lie all you want.
Crows, you get shot with the crows, don't you? You fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. That's it. I mean, if you're caught lying all the time, even later on, if you're telling the truth, people are going to disbelieve you if you lie about stuff and you're caught lying.
That's right.
People, like say Jeremy came back to Flat Earth and he was truthful about it. People ain't going to trust him. Never.
Nope.
Never. And people do deserve second chances. That's Christian doctrine, 100%. But people are allowed to distrust people as well as forgive them.
Absolutely, absolutely. They'd be doing themselves a favor, man. You can't trust somebody that big that's going to bring discredit to the community. You just can't. And I don't care how Christian it is. I would never trust him ever again. I wouldn't. I don't care if it's my Christian duty or not. I'm not doing it. If somebody wants to do it, they're more than welcome to. But people like that, they need to be taught a lesson.
It's like Sleeping Warriors in chat. He knows Ranty personally. Ranty, I don't know if some guys will know him, yeah.
Who?
Ranty. He had Brandon's channel before. Brandon, Ranty. You might not know him, Chris. I have showed the channel. I don't know if you know him, Vlad.
No, Ranty Flatters. Ranty Flatters.
Yeah, Ranty is.
I've heard his name forever, but I've never. No.
Right. So Ranty's the one who was a flat earther, old school flat earther. From 2015, 2014, 2015 onwards. Sleeping Warrior in chat went and did an observation with them, and he knows that Ranty believes in flat earth. But Ranty went back to the globe after the Blackpool observation. If you remember the Blackpool observation. About the tower with the mountains in the background.
No, so he flopped back to it, and now he's a globe.
He went back to globe, but he 100% knows the Earth is flat. 100% knows the Earth is flat, but he's now on the globe side. But he 100% knows it's flat. And would you still say that, Anthony, in chat? Would you still say that Ranty believes the Earth is flat, even though he's a glober? Ranty knows it's flat. That he did umpteen observations that debunks the Blackpool thing. He did so many good observations. Not everybody liked him, but he did some beautiful observations without a doubt. What was that? Ranty just wanted to see curve near him, and he could see Blackpool Tower from Hoylake with me. He knows it isn't. He knows it isn't flat. He knows it is flat. You mean? I don't think you meant to put isn't that. He says he knows it isn't flat, but he knows it is flat. He knows it's like he knows it's
like
flat,
it is.
right?
Yeah, I get it.
There you go. Absolutely. He knows it's flat. Yeah, absolutely. 100% knows it's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was just a mistake, bro. Absolutely. Yeah, I knew. Like, I knew personally.
And
they can have their lies.
It was a cash grab. Sorry, go ahead, Vlad.
Yeah, of course.
No. Go ahead. I was just going to say some stuff. Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like Ranty, not old school flat earther. I knew him too, and he was pretty hardcore about FE.
Yes, very hardcore. Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like at this drop of a dime, he just flipped.
Absolutely, just flipped. I remember the day before, or a couple of days before, he said it was a globe. He came into Brandon's, who was still kind of his channel and Brandon's overlapping at the time. And he came in and he was talking about flat Earth proof from history. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was still talking flat Earth proof. And 2 days later, he's saying it's a globe. That just doesn't happen, you know.
Nope.
And it
And the
should be
links at the
posted.
top, bro. The links at the top. It's Anthony. Links at the top. Streamyard links at the top. It's pinned. I'll stick it in again. Just in case you can't see it for some reason. There you go, bro. There you go. Yeah, for sure. I liked his was it the BT Towers observation that Ranty did? Well, it wasn't observation as such. It was more demonstration type thing. He's he did a little slide piece on that, you know, where I'd have direct line of sight, but you know, two BT towers, one in some part of England, another part of UK somewhere, and they would have to have direct line of sight, but they wouldn't have if there was God, you know. So he did loads of stuff that was good, but then sold out completely. How you doing, Anthony?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, Ranty does know. Hang on, let me just find out how to turn this camera off.
At the bottom.
Yeah, Ranty absolutely knows it's flat because like his shtick was like just show me curvature near where I live.
Yeah,
that was his mantra, and we've got like a big tower around us called Blackpool Tower, and it's not that big really compared to some other towers around the world, but it's big enough to see from 30 miles away, and you're not supposed to be able to see it because from 30 miles away it's supposed to be below the curve. Like the blob at the top is the only bit that you're supposed to be able to see, and you can see it. Not only can you see the tower, you can see the roller coaster, you can see lots of lights along the promenade. It's difficult to work out what the lights are, but you ain't meant to be seeing any lights. It's supposed to be behind the curve.
Right.
Ranty has to pretend that observation doesn't exist anymore to hold his position.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him a shill. He's shilling for globe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. And you know, after this thing we experienced, in 2020, you figured people would be like so tired of lies, because I keep bringing 2020 up because lives were lost. That's the price you pay for lies, is death, right? Isn't that what the scriptures say? Something to that effect. And then you see it getting played out right in your face. And people just don't understand the price they have to pay because of lies. It's so bad. And you know, I wish we could better explain it to people. But if you don't understand the flat earth, you have to see it for yourself. Because if you don't see it, you'll be subject to being tricked and to being lied to. And then you won't have any confidence in believing or understanding yourself. So you'll believe anything that you hear. And then what ultimately happens, you believe that those shots that they were offering you are good for you. And then ultimately, because you're not properly informed, because you don't understand how this world truly can be evil because of those people, you forfeit your life. And I mean, thank God. I thank God every day that I found the flat earth when I did, right? And I started to understand the implications of, hey, these lies are just that big. And maybe I don't need that dang shot. You know what I'm saying? I might suffer a little bit, but like at the end of the day, do you think it's worth, you know, losing a couple of dollars or your pancreas? Is it worth a couple of dollars or your heart lining? Stuff like that. And people that just get sick, or they're like, oh wow, now I have this bum knee and it was never like that before I got that cocoa, or I've got liver damage and it was never like that before A, B, and C. Everybody's experiencing that. So now they're like, I forfeited my health for a lie. I forfeited my health for a few dollars, because I wasn't brave enough to understand how evil people are. And to me, this is why I get so passionate about the flat earth. This is why I get so angry when I see people sitting there arguing and fighting with us, because I'm like, it's you people. You made so many people just lose their lives. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that. A lot of people forgot the cocoa from 6 years ago, where they lost their lives. Like, that's the price you pay. You pay the ultimate price. And now we got to deal with that stuff again with these lies. Hell no, I don't want any part of it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Ironwork.
Absolutely.
My missus is she's an intelligent woman. She knows her stuff, right? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to identify her in any way, but she absolutely knows. She absolutely knows that the trials to make cocoa safe. She knows that it's 20 years to be considered safe. She knows that anything less than 20 years is potentially dodgy, and anything less than 10 years is not safe. She knows it takes years and years and years, right? She admitted to me recently that she had the cocoa thing, and she had the second cocoa thing, but she didn't go back for the third. Now
that was the same as Vicky. That was the same as Vicky. She had the first, second, but didn't do the third. Yeah.
And I said to her, I said, "Why are you only telling me this now?" She said, "Because I didn't want to cause any trouble." She said, "I know what your position is," and she said, "I just didn't want to cause any trouble." And I said, "Right." I said, "And have you noticed any difference?" And she said, "You know what?" She like, and I swear on my mother's life, she is ill all the time. She has constantly got a cold, and it's as if her immune system's been wiped. It's as if she's relearning all the colds that she had when she was a kid that she's now immune to. It's as if she's having to relearn all them again. And do you know what the most bizarre thing is? She can't pass these colds to me. She is permanently sniffling, permanently bunged up nose, permanently eyes running like a river.
It's isolated.
Yeah, well, it's just
it's in her body, but his body,
right.
Yeah, I'm immune to it. Yeah, I'm in the same bed as
your body's. It's like your body's not compromised. It's like your body's not compromised because of that thing, right?
And now, as time's gone by, I ask her, like, do you think that there was benefit to you for getting that stuff? And she said, no. She said, that's why I'm ill all the time, isn't it? And I was like, so do you regret getting that stuff? And she said, yeah, I wish I'd never done it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that your way of acknowledging that whatever went on was not true? And she just can't acknowledge it because she's in a position where, because of her job, she's got to toe the party line, and she knows that she knows how ill she is because of the cocoa stuff.
That thing,
But she knows it, but she can't admit it. She can't admit it. It's nuts.
Yeah. But you want to know something, man? It's people aren't I say this time and time again. People aren't uncomfortable enough, man. You got to get to that place of discomfort where now your life is like you know when the time you're like, all right, you've got a week left. It's only then people will say what's on their mind, and usually it's the truth that they've experienced. But other than that, people, the money's too good. People's bellies are full. The lights are on. They're warm. They're so the comfort can be a curse when you're not cold. Your stomach isn't touching your freaking spine or nothing like that. It's easy to be lulled to sleep, and it's easy to just pass on lies because you don't feel the discomfort of it.
That's true.
Nobody does. And even then, they're like, oh, if I say something, I might lose my job. It's like, dude, the job, in my eyes, the job ain't even worth it. Dude, let me tell you, I was about to lose my retirement because of that freaking shot. And I said, fucking well. I said, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I said, because you want to know what I could lose all the retirements I want. But you want to know what I can't get back? I can't get my health back, man.
Right.
Yeah. My mom,
I can't get that back.
100%.
My mum worked in on the front line in the hospitals, and she told me at the time, she said that the doctors know that this is not what they're being told, and they know that they know that it's not right. And all the nurses and doctors were told that you either get the cocoa thing or you're gonna all lose your jobs. I mean, mum was like in the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 months of her retirement, like she was very close to retirement. And she said, I'm not getting it. You can get rid of me and I'll sue you. You're not forcing medication on me, because the one thing that she does know is that they can't force medicate you. Yeah, you can always refuse medication. So she stood her ground, and she encouraged and motivated everybody else around her. And in the end, they were saying, you either all get the cocoa or you're all getting laid off. And they just stood the ground. And in the end, they backed down because they couldn't afford to lose all the staff. But she's a nurse, and she said that the doctors were saying that this is bacterial pneumonia. It just needs antibiotics, and the bottom line is they're not allowed to give them it because they've got to follow the policy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They put people between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? They put people between a rock and a hard place where they think they've got no way out and they have to do it or take it or whatever. You know? It's mad.
But it says a lot, man. It says a lot about not just our society here in the United States, but the world at large. And people swear, like I've said this before, people swear, when we watch these movies on TV in Hollywood like that, everybody wants to pair up with the ideology of the hero. Well, the hero does the hard stuff. It's so easy. Again, like I said, man, everybody swears up and down, hey, I'm Optimus Prime. Hey, I'm Batman. I'm Superman. I'm the Flash. I'm all these good people making all these sacrifices. I'm Spider-Man making all these freaking sacrifices, right? In the name of good. But what people don't understand is good has to start with you first. It has to start with, it's got to be real. It's got to be genuine. And it's got to come from within first. If you're afraid to do the things that are going to, in the long run, benefit you, but in the short term, it looks good. If you're afraid to do that, my friend, you are not a hero. You are not, you're the scared person on the side of the road waiting to be rescued. You're not worthy. And it sucks to have to say that, man, but it's a goddamn truth. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I think that's all right now. Yeah, good. I think first of all, good has to come. Well, good does come from God, and Jesus Christ is my hero. Even though I love Superman, Jesus Christ is my hero. Absolutely. The good has to come from God first. Sorry.
Do you remember the Infectico hangout that Ranty did?
Oh, I do. I mean, that was maybe before my time. I only seen Ranty from 2019 onwards.
So it was just before Ranty turned. He did a hangout called Infectico. And it was where
I'll probably remember it, and I just don't remember the name.
He claimed that he met a Mason who told him that that basically the cocoa thing was coming, and he claimed something stupid like an infection rate of about 93% and a mortality rate of about 30. Now, don't quote me on those numbers, but they were around about that figure. And I remember thinking, like, 30% mortality, that's going to be millions of people. And anyway, when he did this hangout called Infectico, this was the beginning of him, like, he was morphing from his caterpillar to his butterfly because he'd become something else. But the real motive for why he did all this was because Nathan, one day, he had a fallout with Nathan, and Nathan said to him, Ranty, do you not think that if I was only in this for money, that I would be on the other side of the argument? You don't make any money on this side of the argument. 2 weeks later, Ranty's on the other side of the argument.
There you go. Is this after he got beat up by a load of Globers in the car?
Yeah, Globe 1. Yeah. He said he got chased in his Fiesta by 4
Globe 1, the registration plate was Globe 1.
Yeah, man. 4 guys in his car, and the number plate was Globe 1.
What a trade-off. Isn't it crazy the things people do for money? This is it. We get to see it played out real time. The things people do for money because of discomfort or for whatever reason. They think and sometimes they think, I'm just going to do it for a little while, then I'm going to get off. But no, man, they give you pump, they give you a channel, they pump your head up and make you feel as if you're special, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's still lies. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's still a lie.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Do you remember when he was on Patricia's show and he said he was speaking about the straw, was it a lumberjack in his wardrobe? Did you remember that? He said that he has vivid dreams, or it was either vivid dreams or hallucinations or something like that. Some communication, some like out of body communication with a lumberjack in his wardrobe. And the ball earthers at the time, he was on our side, but the ball earthers were ripping the piss out of him all the time because whatever it was he was describing was so fantasial, it was ridiculous. But he was like passing it off as though it was genuinely, and he probably genuinely believed it. It may well even be true, but it's so ridiculous that Blur thought we're all taking the piss out of him. And then obviously he did a Globe 1, and like literally nobody believed what he was doing. But then he swapped sides, and then all of a sudden all that's forgotten, and they forget about some of the stupid stuff that he said. And now considered. They now push the story that he's a decent guy and he's seen the light and all that. And I'm like, oh my god, look how superficial you lot are.
Yeah. They can have, hey, you know what? They can have a billion, they can have a trillion people on their side. Guess what? I'm sure hell is wide the hell open, and hell is ready. Hell will never get full. It'll always have space for folks. So my thing is, you could think you're right all you want. As soon as you start pushing those lies, dude, you're done. Like you're screwed. So all the money and all the people, and that's the thing that they say, well, all these people believe it. Be like, people also believe that they didn't need their appendix. And people also believe that they didn't need their pinky toe. And people also believe that they didn't need their freaking remember in the 80s when they told you didn't need your the thing in your throat when you were a kid. You know what I'm talking about. The tonsils. Remember that shit? They used to tell you, yeah, just get rid of your tonsils. Now it's like, man, what are you doing?
Now it's just get rid of your balls.
Appendix as well. They used to say about appendix.
Yeah. Just get rid of them. You don't need them. And people fall for it. People fall for it, but they swear up and down that they're right.
Right.
They swear up and down that they're right. And I'm like, okay, you could think you're right. Doesn't matter. You could have a zillion people thinking that they're right. You're still all wrong and you're still fucked. That's it. We just came through the cocoa. Everybody freaking thought they were right. And it's like, you're fucked. Like you just don't get it. That's what happens when you fall for the lies. Go ahead. My bad, Raj. My bad.
Yeah, I wanted to take the floor for a minute. I had a baller come in my little trap, and I had a conversation with him last night. So basically, here's the gift. They're claiming to me that level is curved, but here's how it works. It works with gravity. Right. They measure to the downward force.
Yeah,
that's the level they're going to push.
They conflate level.
All right.
Yeah,
they conflate level with equidistant or equidistant, and they're not synonyms.
They're trying.
Antonyms. Yeah. Just because
they're trying. They're trying. You know what they can't do? They could say all the words. They could say all the nice words they want. All the big Neil deGrasse Tyson words. You know what they can't do? They can't measure curvature. And you know why that's a big problem? Because don't they show us pictures of the Earth from space? Don't they always show us pictures of the Earth from space? Right. So you could see curvature there. You should be able to measure that kind of curvature, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the same way. And so, right. So with that kind of curvature, that distance of curvature, that whole excuse is we're too close or we're too small. No. Mm-mm. Because you know what? People can measure plant cells, right? Cell walls. People measure those all the time. You can measure the thickness of a blood cell. You could measure the thickness of paper with a micrometer. The same way you can measure those small things, and we can measure these big things, and we can measure mountains, and we can measure the weight of a naval combatant, is the same way that you can measure curvature on the Earth if it existed. So all these things that they're saying are excuses. They're just trying to run the clock out. They can't measure curvature because it's not curving. It's that simple.
Well, have you ever heard PhD Tony talk about his bookshelf? The bookshelf is flat and level, but he hang it crooked. It would still be flat and level. I'm dead serious.
It wouldn't be level, would it?
Kind of gymnastics
if it were level, then it wouldn't be crooked.
Yeah, no. Don't
Right. Yeah. These guys know. And you want to know something? They know their time is up. Their time is up. They're just trying to find. They're pulling at. They're at their death throes. Their time is up. And this whole Epstein thing, I'm telling you, it's a good thing this Epstein thing is happening, because now people have no choice but to look at our claim. People have no choice because they're trying to figure out, like, where the fuck are all these lies coming from? Have you ever looked for a bathroom and you found one in the most craziest place? You're about to piss on yourself. You're so uncomfortable. You're like, holy shit. You see a post office. That's the only thing open. Let's just pretend. Then you're like, do you have a bathroom? They're like, yes. That's the only place of relief. The flat earth is the same thing. We're one of the few places of relief that people could ultimately come to. And then once they see the truth for themselves, everything will start to make sense. So we're always open. If we're always open, people are just scared.
I remember, is D Marble still about, or Delby on the Imaginary Curve?
He's not doing anything. He put out a couple of videos like in the last year.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember when D Marble brought out a video where he was basically on a plane and he got a device. I think it was his iPhone, and he got the spirit level. And the argument is essentially that if the plane's flying around a curve, then the spirit level on the iPhone will gradually rotate with the plane, because let's be honest, if whatever speed the plane's flying at, it is going to follow the curvature of the Earth. And that iPhone, that spirit level on the thing is going to have to start changing. And obviously they all say, oh, it's because it adjusts with gravity and all that nonsense, right? But I remember when I first saw that video, and I remember thinking, like, that's such a good idea, but it's just not executed well. Like,
D-Man wants to do the exact same thing, Anthony. He wants to take a level on a flight, and he's going to record it the whole way. A long flight. Yeah. So D-Man's the guy in our group. He's going on vacation. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to do it.
Yeah, it's such a good thing because let's be honest, right? If it were really a ball, that would be the way that they would prove it very, very easily. They would get your iPhone, stick it on a plane, and show the rotation or the curve. That's how they do it.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, if it was a ball, they would fight to show us the ball.
Yeah. What they'd also do
if it was true,
they'd have a plane flying east and a plane flying west. And the amount of rotation would be different because one's going with the rotation of the Earth, and the other one's going against it. So one of them's going to have to put nose down more, and the other one's going to be less because it's going slower relative to the rotation of the Earth. And they'd be able to show, oh look, here's the aggregate effects like of Earth curve because one's putting nose down more because he's going against the curve, and the other one's got nose down less because he's going with the curve or whichever way around it is. That'd be how they would prove that the Earth were a spinny water ball. But they can't do it because it doesn't do it.
No. Well, their reference frames. You know what they'll go into. I've been in a couple arguments with IC Spin and a few of the other ones, and they'll always say, "Well, it's the reference frame. If you're on the moon, you would look down and you would."
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's Einstein and gravity is what they're trying to do.
Don't have a frame of reference. They create their own frame of reference when you set it to whatever your datum is when you first turn it on.
Yep.
That is its own reference.
It's calibrated.
Yeah, but they don't understand that. They don't. These aren't physicists we're dealing with. These are people that are just spitting rhetoric. That's what they are.
But these are all gatekeepers.
Fantastic.
These are all gatekeepers. So there's two types of ball earther, right? There's the person that absolutely knows that it's not a ball, and we're talking the likes of Flat Earth and all the main. But then you've got the dumbasses like Tony. What's his name? The guy, the Australian guy.
Yeah,
Tony,
the one that went on the
PhD
trip.
PhD Tony. He genuinely doesn't know, but he pushes the nonsense because he likes the sound of his own voice. He's too dumb to work it out. But all the main protagonists on their side, Rumpus. Rumpus.
I like that. I like that I like that he's touting his degree like that means because he's got one. It's the ball.
Yeah, he's one of the ones that went to he went on TFE thing, didn't he?
No, PhD didn't go on the TFE. No, that was Critical Think. That's who you're thinking of.
Too stupid to work out.
I'm thinking of who?
Critical Think.
Critical Think. Actually, I'm thinking of. Sorry, bro. Sorry. PhD.
That doesn't know anything about physics.
Get mixed up with the Australian thing. That's what it is.
I'm thinking USGS 30, and he plays with that. That's what he does. And they're pushing geodetics. That's what they're going to be pushing. So, and I've looked at it. None of those match up with anything. And their gravity models are weird, man. They're not spherical at all, really. Yeah.
What's a gravity model?
Yeah. You don't know gravity? Oh, you should look them up, man. Look up gravity model.
Gravity model. Yeah. Is that
more lies, and more lies.
Yeah. Well, they take a gravity.
So I don't know if you. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Metatron. Metatron is that Italian guy. He looks like a rocker. He looks not a rocker, but he looks like a metalhead, which he is apparently. He's got a pretty big channel. He's got like 1 million subs on his channel. So he came out the other day, and he's an Italian. He's half British, half Italian. He sounds like. Came out the other day, and he's talking mess about the flat Earth and everything, right? And then on his channel, I was like, okay. And it didn't. He said, well, if the Earth is flat, why is there? And the same old argument. Why does everything in the sky look like a ball? Why is it round?
It's always the sky. Why are they looking at the sky?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. So I was like, oh man. I said, bro. So I was talking about him. Or I wasn't talking bad about him. I was just like, it's the same argument that we hear from everybody else. He doesn't know. He came on the show. Well, he didn't come on the panel, but he came on. He was like, hey, I'm willing to listen. And I was like, yeah, if you're willing to listen, because it just sounds like you're not familiar with what's going on. You just hear the other argument. You hear your argument, which is, I was like, it's cool. I was like, maybe I'm not the one to deliver to you the flat Earth. Maybe you need somebody that's going to be a little bit more patient. And I'm okay with that, right? I don't want to be like, oh, fuck them. They're all wrong. Fuck it. It's flat. That's it. No, that's not how we do it with people like that. People that are willing to listen, They need somebody or a group of somebodies to give it to them a different way. And so, yeah, I definitely want to enlist you guys, other people out there that can give it to them in a way in which, because he's a metalhead, I kind of assumed that he wasn't into church, but no, he's a Christian as well. So, if you guys want to give it to him, he said he'd love to come up on the show and jump up on the panel. And me, I would just shut the hell up. Usually I'm very vocal, but in this instance, I would shut up so you guys could at least show him how it is he could see it for himself and he could understand that it's flat. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured I'd put that out there for y'all.
I'm sure Roger would be cool with that. I'm sure I would be there. But yeah, send them this way. Flats would be as well. Flats too.
Oh no, that changes so much. Where it's like if they're willing to listen, we would love to talk about it.
Oh, totally.
We're just tired of talking about it to the same anti-flat earthers.
Right.
Yes. They know, because to a degree they know. Yeah, they know. They just like to make content. This is why they need us to partake in their debates that don't wind up going anywhere. Nobody gets anything out of it. There is no benefit to the debate, so it's a waste of time. And because this is a way for them to make money, my thing is I'm not here to make money. My thing is we need the truth. It's not a joke anymore. Like, this shit isn't a game. We need the truth. This isn't aliens or space creatures or nothing. This is where we live. Because nobody knows where they live, they do things like the cocoa. We just went through that. And it's like, I think people need to see why it is these truths are important. Because I was talking to somebody the other day and she couldn't understand why the flat earth is important. And she didn't believe that the earth was flat. And my thing was, you know what? You need to see the earth for yourself. Somebody else needs to talk to you about the flat earth. It ain't me. I'm going to lose my patience with you. I'm going to keep it real, but you need to see this place for yourself. When you see it just like Romans chapter 1, verse 20 says it the best way. As soon as you see this place, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but as soon as you see this place, there's no excuse why you don't believe. You have no excuse. So I was basically telling that girl the same thing. I said, you have to see it for yourself. I can't try to take you there. I can't bring you there because you'll deny me anyway, which I don't care if you deny me, but you have to see it for yourself. So guys like that with those big channels, they need other people that could demonstrate to him what this place isn't. So then that way he could see it for himself. Because I know I have a hard time with my patience. That's my thing. So I'm keeping it real though, man. I just keep it real, man.
Fair play. Right. Cool. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to get going. There's no point in me doing the rest of that video now. I think it was just, we did it. We had a good conversation after that. I'm glad we had that conversation. Brilliant conversation.
Totally.
That was a nice huddle.
Definitely. I've just changed the title. I've put at the end of the title, Flat Earth Talking More, because there was, obviously, it was a good conversation. That's half of the stream. Pretty much. Quarter of the stream. So great talking to you. I'm glad you come on. Fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Just
hell yeah, always a pleasure.
Cool.
Before we close out, Ranty would never have jumped sides, but for falling out with Nathan and John. Whatever happened in that argument, he wouldn't have swapped sides. Yeah. He lost a lot of his support and friendship when he fell out with them over the light and buckyballs and all that bollocks.
Well, Nathan says Ranty was good for nothing, doesn't he?
Yeah, Nathan and Ranty never really had a common ground to start with. I don't think.
I liked Ranty to a certain degree. I didn't like it when he was whining about money and that, but YouTubers do sometimes do that.
Oh, is this Nathan? Is this Nathan Oakley you guys are talking about?
Nathan Oakley.
Yeah.
Isn't he I like him. Isn't he he's like the really mean, like direct flatter? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I like him.
The one who really gets under some of the anti-flat earthers.
Yeah. I like him. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, my second channel's name, he gave me the title for it, Welcome to Flat Earth.
So, yeah, see? I like him.
I'm actually going to play out with Harry Mark, but he's not rapping this time, he's playing drums. So, yeah, let's play out with that. Anything else, guys,
All right.
before we go?
Why not? God bless and take care, everyone.
Bless you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Harry,
God bless y'all.
sorry, you just come
Y'all
in.
be safe.
Bless you guys. Thanks for coming in. It's been a
Much
good
love,
talk.
y'all. God bless.
Right,
Yeah.
let's play out Harry Mac. Playing drums
Yeah,
for a change.
peace.
I didn't know he could. Let's do it. Well, yeah. I've put the link in for tomorrow's stream. Well, it's today's stream. It's literally 12 hours away. 11 hours and 50 minutes away. Epstein, stop. Oh, wrong one. What the hell? What? Where is it? Disappeared. I can't see it. Here we go now. What the heck? I couldn't see it wasn't playing. What? Right, here we go. It's still playing in the background. Why?
I kind of hear it. Yeah.
Right, now, right. It's
Redo it.
twice for some reason. I don't know why it came in twice. It's weird. Right, now. Here we go. Right. Something went on. I don't know what it was. It goes on for about 8 minutes.
Yeah. There's something up with YouTube, man. It ended one of my streams. I didn't end it.
I had a dream of that, that I was streaming and it ended for some reason, and I didn't end it, I had a dream about that. It's weird.
Yeah.
I know exactly when I fell asleep, honestly. That's weird, man.
Weird. Yeah. Strange.
So he doesn't just rap then.
Hey, yo, Tilburg, how y'all feeling right about now? I got one question for y'all, man. Can we play some old school classic jams for y'all tonight? All right, all right.
It could be freestyle if he did his drumming on freestyle. That'd be cool.
Ain't bad.
I wonder if he does.
We'll see.
It doesn't say that. It just says the title of it is just to place the drums for whatever straight, you know. But it'd be nice.
Nice.
How many of y'all know this joint right here, man? You about to find out. Come on, hands up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. One time, yeah. You know the world it is. Come on, tell me. You know the world it is. So it's yours. So it's yours. Y'all ready? I'm kicking lyrics off the top of the mind. People pay me close attention when I'm rocking my rhyme. I'm getting down. They love the sound. Know where the flow is profound. Oceanic with it, we making the beat drown. I get busy, make their heads spin till they dizzy. Used to pop up at the party. They say who is he now? They all know when I'm off the dome with the L words. Had to get it poppin' when we rockin' out in Tilburg. Come on, y'all know we brought them clever jams. I forever go ham when I'm up in the Netherlands. I prove I am the man. Piece of all the peeps that travel here from Amsterdam, and all the locals and fans that came from across the global to get down with the live vocals. I know I came to improvise. I'm synthesizing all the information. No Mac is winning the game by every indication. We never losing, constantly improving. Locked in with the track, and they know the flow is moving. I'm rapping while I be drumming. When it become another lyrics, it's something they never seen before. Cause when they be spitting, the people know he's too raw. I'm breaking it down with the crazy sound when I'm laying it down for the people that's listening. Shining whenever I'm rhyming, they know that I'm listening. Doing the shit that I feel when my truth is prepared. Yeah, take them back. Come on, I said, whose world is this? The world is yours. Come on, I know the world is yours. I said, whose world is this? The world is yours. Listen, it's the anomaly tour. I said, whose world is this? The world is yours. Tilburg, I know the world is yours. I said, whose world is this? Tilburg, what y'all know about this classic West Coast shit right here? Y'all ready?
I'm gonna get a copyright on that, but let's see what happens. It might be okay because he's playing the drums through. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Might be okay. Just the tune. Yeah, 3 minutes. Right. There we go. That was good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was different. But he didn't really rap as much as he normally does.
Yeah, he didn't. He only.
He's probably winded from beating the skins too. So
it's all good. Right, bless guys. I will see you in about 11 and a half hours, something like that.
Oh, that's a long time.
Bless you guys. Hear the sunset. It's free. It's free.
Indeed.
Indeed. Ah.